What's up guys, Ryan here. So I'm going to show you how to extend the handling time of your FBM print-on-demand Amazon listings. Now this is extremely important to do at least once a year, especially around like the major holidays where you're going to be getting an increase in sales. So obviously during Christmas, like everybody sees across the board an increase in sales. But if you also like heavily target the Halloween niche or the Valentine's Day niche, then leading up to that holiday, and I always say probably do it like at the start of the month. Both those holidays are later in the month, I think. I don't know. When is Valentine's Day? Anyways, at least 3 weeks before the holiday, you want to just make a note. I set recurring reminders on Google Calendar. It's just what I do personally, so I know I don't forget, to extend my handling time. Now, what the handling time is, if you're wondering, is the amount of time after the order is placed to where we upload shipping for that order. All right, so this allows us, if we're selling print on demand or made to order products, gives us that window we need to make sure that we get it fulfilled within a reasonable amount of time. And we set that expectation with the customer up front, right? So if someone is buying a gift on December 20th and we put a 15-day handling time on our Gear Bubble coffee mug, because Gear Bubble gets way backed up in Christmas, then the customer knows not to buy from us because they're going to be receiving their mug after New Year's. And in doing this, we protect our right to sell on Amazon. And unfortunately, it really is kind of like a right that to sell on their platform because they can shut it down. They can remove us at any point in time. I actually just got off a call where someone got in trouble on Etsy, a major Etsy seller, for having incorrect handling time on their account. And I wish them the best in getting that issue resolved. But this is something that you have to take seriously on Amazon, on Etsy, on eBay. It does not matter where you sell. Handling time matters, guys. This is like super important. Like protecting your seller account, it's something you probably overlook until it's too late, all right? So don't be that guy. Don't be that person, all right? So here's how we're going to do it. I feel like I've talked enough. I'm going to dive right into it because honestly, it's getting late for me, and I'm not usually good about being concise in my walkthroughs, but I'm going to try to be concise here. So first things first, you need to log into Seller Central, create an active listings report. So we're going to go to the inventory tab, and then we're going to go to inventory reports. All right, now we need to grab an active listing report. So you can go to select report type and then click active listings report and then click request report. I've already got one from earlier today. So all I need to do is click download. Now, I don't want to actually show you my entire Amazon catalog, so I've got some demo listings queued up. But, oh, by the way, I'm reading off of an article on my website. I'll put a link in the description so that you can follow along on your own time if you don't want to follow along with this video. All right, so step 2, request and download the report. It may take a minute to generate, so give it as much time as it needs. Now we're going to go to Google Drive and create a blank spreadsheet. All right, so after you create a blank spreadsheet, so I've already kind of done these steps. So you're going to go and click File, Import. All right, so even though I've already got one set up here, actually I believe it's this one. For you just created a blank spreadsheet, right? So you're going to go to File, and then I'll zoom in a little bit to make this easier to see. File, Import. Then you can go to the Upload tab here, and where it says select a file from your device, you can just drag and drop or whatever, just upload it right there. All right, and then it'll ask you for the separator type. Set it to tab. You don't have to touch any of the other options. Just set it to tab and click OK. All right, after it loads, you'll notice that it has headers on the first column. Now, this is not a requirement because we're not actually uploading or doing anything. Well, we're not uploading this data. We are going to do something with it. But I recommend deleting the headers because there's really, we know what the data is without the header labeling it for us. And we're going to move the data out of that spreadsheet into another spreadsheet. All right, so now that we've deleted that header row, we're going to click the data tab and sort by column from A to Z. And what I actually like to do is, so this looks a little weird because I have fake SKUs in here because I didn't want to, again, publish my my Amazon catalog to all of YouTube. But if you're wondering, I had over 30,000 SKUs because, again, it's not like I'm selling all FBA. It's majority FBM, vast majority FBM. FBM fulfilled by merchant, print on demand, like using the Gear Bubble and Printful integration. Now, I said Gear Bubble, but like Gear Bubble is what I started with. I have lifetime integrations, so I don't have to pay the monthly fee. if you're just getting started and you're watching this video and you're wondering like, oh no, he said gear bubble, let me go see what. No. Just go straight to Printful. I always put a link in the description. Printful, there's no monthly fees, and outside of like, I think coffee mugs, shot glasses, and pillowcases, like 3 products, Printful is way better, and their catalog is probably a multiple of 10x the size of Gear Bubbles. So don't pay monthly to Gear Bubble to use them. Just save your money. Anyways, the reason I'm saying this is that my normal SKU list has my FBA SKUs, which have like random letters and numbers. Not random, I mean, I make them up, but what I'm really looking for is for me personally, since I use 2 fulfillment partners for my Amazon Seller Central account, I look for Printful products and I look for Gear Bubble products. Gear Bubble products have the prefix GB. Printful products have the prefix PF. So those are what we need to keep here. So what now you should do, I don't know if I wrote this in the tutorial, did I? Yes, right here. Delete any SKU that you do not want to change. So what I do is I comb through here. Oh yeah, I didn't actually do the sorting yet. So select everything, data, sort. Actually here, select column D, and then Control A. So what I just did there, guys, sorry, I don't want to skip anything for you. Select column D, then I'm on Windows. I don't know if there's a Mac way to do this. Actually, you can probably just click this top left corner. No, I'm gonna hit. All right, I click into D, Control A. All right, that's what I did. I know it works in Windows. Mac users, you'll figure it out. Then go to Data and sort sheet by column, D, A to Z. All right, in doing this, it'll make it a lot easier to select the Printful and the Gear Bubble prefix SKUs. That's my recommendation. That's how I do it. So, oh yeah, and then you're going to want to comb through your listings. Like these are just fake demo listings, so I don't have anything to comb through and delete. But if I saw anything that did not look like a Gear Bubble or Printful prefix, they're gone. I don't want to change those. You don't want to mess up your FBA listings. I don't even know if Amazon would let you, honestly. I've never tried. That's a game I don't want to play. All right, so we delete your SKUs. You want to leave all of your, so you'll see here, Gear Bubble, GB, Printful, PF. And next we need to create our upload spreadsheet. So what we just did there is we extracted the data that we need for our existing listings. And then when we upload another spreadsheet to Amazon, it's going to be with whatever we need to change and whatever Amazon requires us to include in that upload. So we're going to go to the inventory tab and then click add products via upload. So back on Seller Central, inventory tab, add products via upload. All right, and now what you're going to want to do is click the first tab. So it's not selected by default, but download an inventory file. Click that. Then scroll down here all the way to the bottom, and it might not be toggled open by default, but you can see it says inventory files. Click that. And then under inventory updates, it says price and quantity. Click that. It opens in a new pop-up window. This first one, download price and quantity file template. Click that. All right, now this will download the Amazon template for updating price and quantity. And also, I mean, you can read this if you want to, that little pop-up window. But it'll tell you like what's required. But I'm also going to walk you through what's required, so there won't be any issues. All right, so now that you've got that downloaded, you're going to want to open that up in Google Drive. Now, here's the thing. Let me catch up on the walkthrough here. All right, so when you open this up, by the way, you don't have to use Google Drive. In the past, I had always used Google Drive. I'm going to give you a quick story. Today, for some reason, I decided, you know what? I'm going to try it in Excel because it really shouldn't make a difference. I could not get it to work in Excel. I don't know what the hell what went wrong, but I went through it twice. It didn't work either time. So now I was like, all right, fine. I'll go back to Google Drive. Went to Google Drive, no problems. So I suggest just use Google Drive. It shouldn't matter, but all right. Now what we need to do, guys, and by the way, when you first open it up in Google Drive, which if you're new to Google Drive, guys, you can literally just drag, drop to upload it into Drive and then double click it to open it. And it will probably say, do you want to open in Google Sheets? Just click that button and then you're good to go. You'll be where I'm at right now. You'll see the data definitions tab open by default, and you can see it in the bottom corner there. Just click the tab that says price template. All right. Now, what we need to do here is populate this table with data. So we're going to go to our inventory sheet. And by the way, I don't think it works to go from Google Drive to Excel. I think it either needs to be like Excel to Excel, because we're going to be doing some copy pasting from different sheets into the other sheet. So I think it either needs to be like Excel to Excel or Google Drive, Google Drive. So don't try to mix the two. It has to be one or the other. So what we're going to do is pretty straightforward. And if you're not familiar or not comfortable editing spreadsheets, I apologize. That's why I'm doing these walkthroughs, trying to make it like simple for you. But again, this is not something you should skip. You should take this seriously. You don't want to get complaints against your seller account for delivering orders outside of the handling time that you said. So first things first, we need to populate the SKU column. So from our inventory report, go to the SKU column, which for me right now is column D. You know, Amazon can always change this stuff on the export. I don't know if they ever will, but I'm just saying that up front. If they do, it might not be column D for you. Right now, it's column D for me. So all I did is I clicked into the column header. I clicked where it says D. When you do that, it selects all the data under there dynamically. So right now in this dummy file, I've got 64 rows. Earlier today, I had over 30,000. I think it was like 33,000. So earlier today when I did this and then I copy pasted, or I would right click and hit copy just to make sure I knew it worked, my computer would be like about to catch on fire because it was like, too much data. Not really, but it went slow because that was a lot. Anyways, I've got that copied now. So all I'm going to do is click into row 2 because we don't want to overwrite the headers, and then I'm going to paste. All right, and we're good to go. And if you see it exceeding that first column, it's not a problem. If you want to fix that, all you have to do is click in between the column headers. So in between A and B in this case, just double click. And then it fixes it for you. It adjusts the width of the row, in case you were wondering. I know a lot of people aren't that comfortable in Excel, but you got to get comfortable in Excel. It's amazing. All right, next thing. We need to fill in the price. That was one of the requirements on the price and quantity upload file. So the price column is column E for me. So I just click column E, copy, go back over here, paste, no problem. Minimum, maximum, we can skip. Quantity right here. Now, this is why we're doing this. This quantity, actually, no, it's not. It's handling. Sorry, I got excited. Quantity. So GearBubble by default sets things to 100, or at least they used to. When I was looking earlier, that's what it looked like they were doing. Printful will set to 10,000. So what I opted to do today is I reset all of my listings to 1,000. And if you're watching this video and you saw my income report that I dropped earlier this week, I forgot to mention that I had, and actually now that I think about it, how the heck did they do that? No, it was 40. Yeah, you definitely want to set it to like a high number, guys. Because I had one customer in November buy 40 mugs from me that GearBubble fulfilled. So if they wanted to buy 140, it wouldn't have let them. So just know that, like, I think 1,000 is a good number. All right. So now all you have to do to set this number to every column underneath is, you see when we click into the cell, how there's that blue square in the bottom right corner? Left click that and then drag it all the way down to the bottom and line it up with that last row. And then it'll automatically apply that value to each cell. All right, so we're good on quantity. Now we need to set the handling time. This is why we're doing this exercise right here. So this is my rule of thumb. This is what I recommend from personal experience. This is always subject to change in the future. So if you're watching this in like 2021 or something, or even 2020, I may have changed my suggestions. If you're in, I'm not trying to plug the course, but hey, I might as well. If you're in my course, I'll make sure that if I change my recommendations that you're notified. But as of right now, I recommend 14 days GearBubble fulfillment time. So look for your GB prefix. Remember, we sorted it A to Z. So you should be able to like find all your GB prefixes should be grouped. So I type 14, go here. Okay, here's where this is theoretical, but here's where my GearBubble products end. Okay, stop there. Now the rest from here down would be Printful. By the way, the 14 represents days. So that means 2 weeks, really close to 3 business weeks. But they GearBubble, I'm not trying to make them out like they're bad people. They're not bad people. I just don't like they charge you monthly to use their service because they're making money off all of the orders anyways. You know what I mean? And the dynamic shipping, they charge flat rate, whereas Printful lets you charge dynamic. So when someone's charging you flat rate, they're making money off that too. Anyways, I've said this before. All right, so suppose the rest of these SKUs are from Printful. I recommend 10 days handling time for Printful. So I'll type 10, drag, drop, boom. Just like that. Oh, I missed it. So make sure you don't do what I just did. I didn't scroll all the way to the top. And the way that Amazon has this sheet set up is the first row of headers is static, which means if we scroll all the way down, it follows us. So I didn't realize that it was overlapping the top 3 listings here. And if you don't fill this out correctly, Amazon will send you an error report and let you know that there's problems. All right, so this is it. This is all we need to do for now. So now all you have to do is go to File, Download as. So what I ended up doing, guys, is went to CSV, and then I opened it up in Excel. I apologize. I don't know if there's a way around this. This is just how I'm just showing you exactly how I did it. And I did. So I can't zoom in, guys, but you need to go to Text Tab Delimited. I do not know off the top of my head if Google lets you do that, but it's Text parentheses Tab Delimited is what you need to save it as. All right, and then click yes. Let me see while I'm on this video. Download. See, it does not show it here. So you may need to open it up in Microsoft Excel to get it in that right format. But Text Tab Delimited is what you need. Once it's like that, actually no, tab separated values. But it says, the problem is this says TSV and the other one is a text file. So I don't know if that's going to cause an issue. I'm just showing you, if you want to do it the exact way I did it, I just downloaded it as a CSV. And then I saved it as Text Tab Delimited from Excel. You may be able to experiment if you don't have Excel. Just real quick, if you don't have Excel, I would suggest trying to save it as a TSV from Google Drive, and then go in and edit the file extension, which if you don't know how to do, I don't know. I don't want to get too, you can Google that part. You can turn it on in Windows to where you can see the extension, then rename it, delete the TSV part and just type TXT. It may work. I wish you the best of luck if you don't have Microsoft Excel, but if you do, tabs delineated will work. All right, now that we have that, let's catch up in the. So you can see here, this is what I was telling you to do. Text Tab Delimited. We're gonna go back to Seller Central and we're gonna go to the Inventory tab and then say Add Products via Upload. We're actually already here, but you know how there's these tabs at the top? We're gonna click the middle tab. Check and upload your inventory file. Now, real quick, guys, I put on the walkthrough in red, I think, do not use check inventory file for errors. There's a reason for this. If you expand that section, the type of file that we're uploading is not even listed as an acceptable file type. So there's no need. All right. So here, set your file type to price and quantity. File upload, just click choose file. Navigate to that file that we just saved. And then email alert, there's a little checkbox here. I would just type in your email address, check that box, and then hit upload. It honestly doesn't take that long, like surprisingly. I updated 30,000 listings earlier today, and I think it maybe took 15 minutes before I received the email. The email, by the way, typically looks like this. I know I said I had 30,000. The thing is, this email says 10,000 because this is from last year. I published this walkthrough last year. I just didn't publish the video last year. Last year, man, that's like right when I started this website and this whole journey of like publishing my passive income story. So it's nice to look back and like kind of, you know, feel like it's been a year. You know, I was consistent for a whole year. You know, it wasn't easy, but I picked up some steam, as you can see by the YouTube subscriber count. If you haven't subscribed, please click that button because I'm grinding out here. I'm putting in work. I'm doing the best I can to like put out that valuable info and help you guys. All right. Anyways, you'll get an email that looks like this. For whatever reason, I always see something under number of errors, like always, every year, including this year. My email, it said 30-something thousand records processed, and it said like 9 number of errors. So it's whatever. Everything still, as far as I could tell, got updated. All right, and that's pretty much it. That's the end of the story. The only thing I will say real quick, to know that it worked, because you'll get this email, but what is this really telling you? Right? To know that it worked, go to Seller Central, go to your inventory tab, click manage inventory. I'm not going to do it because I don't want to show YouTube my whole Seller Central inventory. But if you do that, look for if it's Gear Bubble, they don't create like, or I guess you could, I don't usually, but you can create like parent child. Like when you go to Printful and you push a product to Seller Central, depending on what you create, like I'm usually doing hats. And if I select more than one color, actually, even if you select one color, it creates it as a parent-child relationship. You need to expand the parent so that you can see all the children in order to confirm that this worked. So if you just click edit on the parent and you look and you check handling time, you're going to see blank. You have to go to the children, hit edit on any of them. That's why it said like 33,000. I don't actually have 33,000 products. A lot of them are parent-child like color variations, adding up to that 33,000. When in reality, I'm a little bit over 14,000 total unique products on my Amazon.com Seller Central account. By the way, I'm just gonna plug it real quick. Sell on .co.uk. Sell on the international Amazon marketplaces. .co.uk and .de. So United Kingdom and Germany, the ones that Amazon merch got expanded to first, that was for a reason. They're the next biggest marketplaces. Take advantage. Like, if you put your first product up today, imagine where you'll be a year from now. You'll have like 5,000 up if you just stay with it. There's nothing stopping you from doing it other than, yourself. So go out there and do it, because in a year you'll be happy you did. Like, I'm making extra money on .co.uk. Like, no one else is really doing that. Like, just stay a step ahead of the game. That's what, I'm just throwing it out there if you're wondering. Like, all you have to do is go to sellercentral.co.uk, open another account. It's going to cost you another $40 a month, but I promise you it can be profitable if you stick with it. I promise. All right. Anyways, guys, I think that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. If it was helpful, please do me a favor, hit that like button. If you're not a subscriber and you want to subscribe, it would mean a lot. And if you have any questions, comments, feedback, hit me up below, and I'll see you at the next one.
Passive Income School is open. Enroll now at RyanSmethod.com. Thank you.